Sufi, have the Ambanis bought you?
I've realized I'm not a people's person. I don't like a lot of people. What? The internet is not a place to be loved. The internet is a place to be talked about. Most of these designers also don't know how to design, let's just say that. Anyway.
Reddit?
Ew. That's the dungeons of the world.
But I want to get into that.
I've seen a half murder happen in front of my eye. Actually, Bollywood is the 30 people who keep calling themselves Bollywood. It honestly used to feel like my family has cut me off. So I need to prove to myself that I can do it.
Because you were queer or
Yeah,
no?
because I had just been outed by my therapist. So I was like, bestie, I'm gay.
Okay,
I told her. And then she sent me out of the room. She called my grandfather in the room and she told my grandfather. The girls used to find me like, ये लड़का है तो हम इससे बात नहीं करेंगे. And the guys used to be like, ये लड़की जैसा है इसलिए हम इससे बात नहीं करेंगे. Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you? कैमरा शुरू होता है और मैं शुरू होती हूँ. I went there and I immediately fell in love with another straight person.
And to think he would learn from his mistakes.
No. I mean, I didn't think I was going to say this. The three Khans.
Oh my God.
I think they need to put a lot more effort into their fashion and that's on period. My biggest sadness in life was that I did a reality show.
You can't just drop these bombs.
You look disgusting. You look like babe, you're the only person in this frame. Stop it. I'm on Traitors, right? And
Are you?
What do gay people hate the most? Gay people. Also, you're shady ass. Let me tell you that.
Your outfit may have survived the party or the paps even, but it may not survive our guests' opinions today. Hi, I'm Mehul from Brut.
And I'm Sufi Motiwala, your resident mean person of the internet. Ding!
Well, no introduction needed. I am in conversation with probably the internet's most polarized internet personality in terms of fashion. He is unapologetic, unabashedly funny, humorous, and a little sassy. We're going to give him that, right?
And a little shady.
And a little shady. We're going to get to all the shades of you, Sufi.
Yes.
But can I say this? From Surat to Schiaparelli, what happened?
It's just delusional and it's a fantasy. And it's like I woke up one day and I was like, I'm going to be the Joan Rivers of India. And India agreed. And India was like, okay, babe, you go off, queen. And here we are.
Absolutely.
At Brut's office.
We all know your internet personality, but not many people know about your personality besides you going on rants about outfits. Not necessarily people, but outfits. But we want to get into you, okay? Your mind.
For sure.
Your mental diary.
My mental illnesses.
Your mental illnesses. We're going to tap into all of that, okay, today. But take me back, okay? Take me back from before.
All the way back.
Yes,
so
all the way back.
Even before Surat, I was actually in Mangalore. I was born in Mangalore on October 9th, 2003. So that people actually have correct information now. I'm 21 years of age. I studied there till the 2nd grade and then I shifted to Surat. I was in Surat from the 3rd to the 10th grade. Then I went back to Mangalore for the 11th grade. Then COVID happened, so I had to come back to Surat.
Why'd you move so much?
Because I never felt like I belonged at one place.
Okay.
I was never able to have like a good social life or make friends or gel with people because like me and my emotions always used to be very on flare and on guard because my family was like growing me up on a certain vision and like the kind of person that they wanted me to be. And I was like fully not that. Like my tea was not valid for them and their tea was not valid for me. And so I didn't really gel well anywhere. And when I was in Mangalore, I used to be much more normaler than I was in Surat. So then they were like, why don't you just go back there for another 2 years and see what happens? And then COVID happened, so I had to come back to Surat. And then I went to Delhi. For college. And then I was there for 2 years and then I came to Bombay.
How was Delhi?
I was actually in UP Noida.
Oh.
Fully.
How was Noida?
It was scary to say the least. I was fearing for my life half the time.
You did college there?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do in college? Did you do a fashion course?
I was studying fashion communication. And that's why I'm so into journalism, like the journalism side of fashion. Like I love the information, the communication, the trend part of it all way more than the design part of it all. And I don't even know how to design.
Yeah.
It's the most hardest thing. And most of these designers also don't know how to design. Let's just say that. Anyway. Then I shifted
You're going
to...
to get a lot of hot takes.
But yeah, so UP and UP Noida was very scary. And also, like, I feel like I've lived a lot of my life in cliches.
Okay.
Like
give
the
me an
gay
example.
cliche, like when you're the
Right.
only gay kid in school, then everybody's only bullying you and
Okay,
attacking
I want to
you
stop
and
you
all
there.
of that.
When you were in school, you were in an all-boys school?
No, I was in Ryan International, the murder school.
Ryan
Well,
International.
people get murdered.
Oh my God. Yeah, of course.
I've seen
We
a
all
half
know about
murder
it.
happen in front of my eye, actually.
What happened?
Gaggy.
What?
Girl,
Spill.
one day we all had just come out of school and we were all just standing in a corner and we're just waiting for like our Omni wala bhaiya or anything.
Uh-huh.
And then I swear to God, I just look here and this person has a knife in them, like inside them.
He stabbed
Another
He's-
person. A person has stabbed another person. And I kid you not, this person is the most shocking memory of my life because there was not a single, like, they were not screaming, they were not sweating. Their body had reached some do or die level. So, like, imagine, like, this is my school, okay? And this is the road that all of this is happening on. At the end of this road, here is the hospital. Like
Okay.
200 meters, hardly. This guy with a knife in himself has walked to the hospital. I kid you not. And has self-checked himself.
What?
And the entire school has witnessed this.
Wow.
Literally, gaggy.
I need a moment for that. You don't see that every day, dude.
I know, right? Maybe that's why I'm mentally ill.
What happened? What happened growing up in school? You didn't identify with the people around you. You didn't identify with the heterosexual attitude or the thoughts of people.
I didn't identify with anybody actually. Like I used to, because like, you know, when
You
you're
didn't even
young.
have like a girlfriend.
No, not really. Like till the 10th grade, I had no friends, period. Like I
Okay.
didn't have friends only. In school, etc. Like the girls used to find me like, ये लड़का है तो हम इससे बात नहीं करेंगे. And the guys used to be like, ये लड़की जैसा है इसलिए हम इससे बात नहीं करेंगे. So I used to literally sit alone, but the teachers used to love me. So that's why my orator skills are really good, because I used to be very close to the English teachers.
Right.
And they would take me to street plays and they would make me the host of school events and all of that. So I
That's
used to
where-
be that friend.
Okay, that's where this mannerism comes from.
Yes, but that
Right.
also really did not bode well for me in school, because like then everybody used to get upset with me as to why is this irrelevant doing all this, and why is he being given importance in this school, whereas he should be like a nobody. So school was very tough for me, but I think I sort of like skated through school
Then college.
somehow.
How
And
was fashion college?
Fashion college was pretty chill. I mean, it was just girls. There were no boys only in there. There were hardly 2 boys. Both of them were gay. So it was chill vibes. Nobody. I mean, I didn't have friends in college also, but it was not because of homophobia reasons. It was just because like we didn't get along with each other. But yeah, I've realized I'm not a people's person. I don't like a lot of people.
Yeah, I've noticed this about, I wouldn't say all content creators, but certain content creators, because they're always thinking in their head, they tend to make less friends because they're always just
In
making...
our own brain.
Correct, yeah.
And also because I've realized as of late that you truly don't know the virtue and what other people are thinking or planning with you. Like I've made so many mistakes over the past years, like especially even last year, that, you know, professionally with the kind of people that were helping me with my career and personally with my friends, I had given them the pedestal of like family, that you're my family and you're like a mother to me and you're like a brother to me and all of that. And they all had the worst of intentions of me in mind, and they all like treated me horribly. So now I've just realized that, you know, after trying and erroring so many times in life for equations and relations, I just realized that maybe I'm not that girl. Maybe it's not for me.
And
Maybe
you've got-
having like a 20 people social circle is just not for me. I'm happy with just 2 friends and only 2 people knowing what's happening in my life. And the third person I want to share that with is journalists and media people when I'm ready. You know, like I honestly feel like not a lot of people should know what's happening in your life, because there's like a lot of insecurity and jealousy has become very common.
Obviously, because you can see everyone's lives.
But ab to hum aise, we've reached a point where we don't even acknowledge that it could be because of the other person's jealousy. It could be because of their insecurity. It's reached to an extent where everybody automatically just takes it upon themselves.
Example तो दो, मतलब क्या हुआ आपके साथ कभी ऐसा?
मेरे साथ तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ है, but I have done this to myself, where you know, like when people have like called me like bald or ugly or like a joker, for the longest time I used to define myself through the terms of what social media is saying about me. So
How though? Because you've always been so strong in your opinions.
but that's just what I show, you know. People often forget that what you're seeing is just a 90-second perfected iteration of what that person wants to show you. That's not who they are. Basis of that, whatever judgment people make of you is just like something that's not in my control, which took me a lot of time to realize that, you know, it is not like the internet is not a place to be loved. The internet is a place to be talked about. If people are talking about you on the internet, even if they're cussing you out 5,000 times, you're winning. I've realized that now. Until like even January of this year or December of last year, I was still very, very like in tune with what the people are saying about me. What should I think about that? And I constantly felt the need to change myself in a way to like make everybody like me. But then I realized that no matter what I do, they will not like me.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
let them unlike me. Let them be mean. Let them, like, it's okay.
Okay, so you were talking about, you know, you started your career, and you actually did start your career at a very young age.
At 19, I've grown up in front of the camera, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single day you've seen me. Like if you go through my account, you know those reels of people that make me in the same corner for 400 days and it's a picture of them like da 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 da. You can do that to my content, bro. Like I have posted non-stop for 2.5 years almost.
We've seen that. I think I'll tell you my personal opinion about this. No, I've seen you during Met Gala of 2023.
Yes.
That is when you caught my attention, and I think the internet did too.
Yeah.
During the Ambani wedding, and of course during the Met Gala of last
fully.
year. And I think that's where you blew up, and you've been on it. I think consistency is something that you would.
And honestly, for me, it's never even been like one video that has resulted in, you know, oh, now Sufi is like known by everybody. For me, it's been the active effort of trying to be the first person to talk about it, the first person to give an opinion, the fastest person to talk about it. That actively, because I've been doing it for the last 2.5 years now, I can very proudly say that, you know, even if people don't know who I am by name, even if they don't follow me, this country knows who I am and what I do. Like people on the street, like random uncles also, like, you know, like grocery shopping karte waqt, like just because they've heard my voice and they've heard it before, they're like, I've seen you before.
Yeah, they may either hate
Who
you
are
or
you?
they may love you, but they know
Everybody
about you.
knows who I am.
Yeah.
And that has been an active effort of mine. Like I will never say that, oh, the algorithm made one of my reel go viral and so that way. Because not just me, everybody was talking about the Ambani wedding. Everybody was talking about the Met Gala. But why am I the only one who's here?
So I want to ask you this. Do you get like first rights to things that you use on your content? Do you specifically get pictures, DMs from people?
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes when a specific stylist or a designer that is really fond of you, for example, when Nora Fatehi went to the AMAs as of very recent.
She did a video call. Even Parul did a video call with you.
So yeah, of course, I mean, the people that I have been in touch with, that I do talk to quite a lot, they keep sending me like, you know, this is what I'm wearing, this is what I'm planning. But for me, I've never treated it with that level of seriousness where it's like, it's a do or die if I get an exclusive or not. Because at the end of the day, what I found is that it's just a picture. What's selling is my opinion of it. So even if I cover it 24 hours later, I'm still going to get the views that I would have gotten if I covered it within the hour also. So the picture game that, you know, a lot of other publications and portals go crazy for, okay, you want to be the first one to post the pictures. Firstly, I want the audience to know that Getty Images is the first one always to post the pictures.
Correct.
None of these Insta portals. 99% of these Insta portals chori it from Getty Images only.
I see on everything of yours there's one Getty image.
But you know, that's me diligently doing it. 99% of publications, even Vogue magazine, picks up pictures from Getty Images.
Yeah, they buy it
but
from
they
Getty.
remove the thumbnail.
They buy it.
They remove the... Some of them don't even buy it. I mean, of course, I don't know what Vogue is doing.
Yeah, Vogue
but
will be
most
sued.
of the people, like most other people, they don't buy it.
Yeah.
They edit it out. Like all these, like your chinter-pinter log jo dalte hai.
Yeah.
They don't even bother. They're just like... Because on Getty Images, if you go on Getty Images, there's two types the picture shows up. When you're just on the picture, you can see it without the sticker.
Correct.
And when you try to get the HD is when the sticker comes in.
Yeah,
So
you either
most
take a
people don't
screenshot.
even open. Yeah, they just take a screenshot and move on with their day. So the pictures are really not that serious. It's the conversation that we drive around them that makes a picture relevant. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it's never been about exclusives. For me, it's always been about like when a few of these Indian celebrities that were going to the Met Gala, they were all asking me for my opinion on their outfits. Okay, this is what we're wearing. What do you think styling wise? Should we
No
change
way.
something? Should we add something? Should we subtract something? That is something that I found way more honoring and way more respectful than just being dropped the pictures like, here are the 5 pictures, do whatever you want.
Is that the end goal? You want?
That's what people do to the portals. I don't want that.
Is that your end goal in terms of what?
Yes, I want to be in the rooms where taste is made, where opinion is shaped. I don't want to be like, my whole life. I'm 21, that's why I'm doing But it's for me to enter bigger rooms and to do bigger things in life because I want to truly go to the Met Gala. It's not like a Delulu thing that I've written on my way to the Met. I want to go to the Met Gala. And in the last 2 years of my active effort towards it, I've already reached New York. Like people from New York are sitting and calling me and telling me that this celebrity is on the carpet, this is happening. And so I don't find it as to why, I won't be there sooner rather than later. But this is just like step one.
Yeah. I've also seen your audience grow, okay? I mean, exponentially.
Yeah.
Now, it might be for whatever reasons, but I think you have such a close-knit community in terms of your opinions
And they
on
wait.
fashion. And they wait, correct. How have you built that? When do you know, I mean, how do you devise, okay, this is going to work, I'm going to say this. What do you do while you're scripting process?
There's no
Take us through
scripting
it.
process firstly.
You just rap.
कैमरा शुरू होता है और मैं शुरू होती हूँ और
कुछ तो बता
3 मिनट
लिखती होगी यार
कुछ भी
तुम।
नहीं लिख मैं खुदा की कसम मैं अपने करियर की कसम लेती हूँ
वाह।
आज तक मैंने एक स्क्रिप्ट नहीं लिखी है नॉट इवन फॉर अ ब्रांड
ठीक है।
For a brand also, I will record the video and send it to my team and then they'll transcribe it and send a script ahead. But I strongly believe in no scripts because I just feel like once you write for example now, I'm just going to use your outfit as an example. Now, if I want to say that I hate this, okay, if I write it down with description, कि I hate it because I don't like the color of it, I don't like the silhouette of it, I don't like the texture of it. And then if I read it again and again, I am going to try to convince myself कि इतना बुरा भी तो नहीं है, क्या बोलने की ज़रूरत है इतना. So for it to be the most authentic and the most organic, my first opinion is the last opinion that I present on the internet. The first thing I say in front of the camera is the thing that gets posted. That's very, very important to me. And that's why I think it works because I don't PR control myself. I don't polish my content. I have actively kept it the way it is since its inception. Like I don't even bother fixing my subtitles.
Yeah, we've seen.
Exactly. Because I don't care. I have put subtitles because someone told me that what if a deaf person wants to watch your video, they should be able to read. So I was like, okay, subtitle. जितना effort मैं बोलने में डालता हूँ, उतना ही effort मैं editing में भी डालता हूँ. But that's what it is because the people don't care about perfection. They don't care about how beautified a video is looking. All they care about is authenticity and provoking someone's thoughts. And that's what I believe in. Being thought-provoking. That's it.
And where did you start getting to know about all of these things in fashion that are there, right from the
Twitter.
luxury designers?
Twitter,
Reddit.
Ew. That's the dungeons of the world.
But I want to get into that.
That's the depths, the dungeons, I mean, trash.
You say that because there's really trash opinion about you on Reddit.
No, they used to love me when I started
they
creating.
hate you.
But can I tell you what? It's about Reddit. I'll tell you the formula. When you start in the industry, they love you. They're like underdog, baby, naya aaya hai koi. Love him. He's so nice. Oh my God, Sufi. If you scroll all the way down about me on Reddit, they used to love me. They used to be like, Sufi Motiwala is telling Komal Pandey what's it.
So you were on Reddit?
Yes. Now I'm not on it.
Okay.
As of December 2024, I've stopped reading anything on Reddit. Because I realized that masks make people cruel. And Reddit is the mask of all masks. And I've realized that the way people work on Reddit is whatever happens in the world, how that makes them feel about themselves is what they project. If the incident makes them feel lesser about themselves, they'll say that this person is nothing. If the incident makes them feel ugly, then they'll call that person ugly. That's how Reddit functions. So now I've realized that if Reddit's talking about me, that means I'm iconic, that means I'm relevant, and that's that. I don't open the article. I don't open what they're saying. And I don't care.
Okay.
And even then also, I never used to read the comments. I used to just, because obviously when you're on Insta and if there's something about you on Reddit, people are going to screenshot it and send it to you on Insta also.
Yeah.
So even if I try to avoid it, I can't. I will read what's written. But I don't put my thought process into it anymore. Like I let it be what it is, just a bunch of empty words by nonsense nobodies. That's it.
And when you use your words.
Also, you're shady ass. Let me tell you that. So you were on Reddit. I'm like, not this. I thought you wanted to be nice. I thought you wanted me to be honest.
Sufi, I gotta match your vibe.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and how do you pick your fits?
Shady boots peak.
And how do you pick your fits?
Easy. All black is very comforting to me. I just find it very fun. Very, like, you can do a lot in all black. Like, this is also an all black look technically, but there's a lot of nuance in it while still being casual and easy breezy. That's my vibe. I don't like putting a lot on myself. That's not me.
There are a lot of people who have opinions about your dressing also.
Yeah.
How do you take that?
I think they lack a lot of creativeness when they talk about my fashion. मतलब मेरी ही लाइन चोरी करके मेरी शक्ल पे मेरे ही मुंह पे लगा के बोल रहे हो और मेरे लिए ही 2 million व्यूज जनरेट कर रहे हो. How funny is that? Secondly, I think most of them are not even able to stick to fashion, which should honestly, I really find this poetic. Because people always are like, तू क्या करता है? तुझे कहाँ कुछ आता है? तू क्या बोलता है? But when they try to do that on me, they're not able to. They aren't able to say anything funny. They aren't able to give any information. They aren't able to talk about the looks only or just keep it about the fashion. They all end up being messy and abusive and just nasty.
True.
Whereas for the last 2.5 years, I've still been able to just keep it to the fashion. And I wish people would see more of that.
Absolutely. You know what? I want to get into that because you've actually been very clear about the fact that you only talk about the fits. And I commend you on that because you do. You genuinely only give facts about the outfit. If you hate it, you say that you hate it. And that's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely
and
okay.
if someone charges 5 crores for a movie and I don't like their dress, that's not tragic. Like, they all only show up to these events if they're getting 10 lakhs in their bank account.
Yeah.
So if I don't like the dress that their stylist begged someone to give them to, then that's okay. They're literally going to wear a different dress in the night, tomorrow morning, for lunch, for dinner.
Yeah.
So, like, y'all gotta keep your parasocial relationships in check and keep it moving.
And when you comment, like, on... while keeping it moving, when you talk about all these celebrities, okay, you rate their outfits and sometimes you
Piss them off.
Yeah, you're very, very sassy about it. Has anyone ever come back to you and caused trouble in your life?
I think the only people who cause trouble are the irrelevant ones. Like how this Fukra insan is now screaming. Then before that, one influencer was screaming.
Fukra insan? What? Tell me.
Who? I don't know. He's a YouTuber, I think. Apparently, he also reacts to things, but when someone reacted to his outfits, he felt pissed about it. So, I don't know. So, it's always the people who are actually not doing anything fashion-wise that I accidentally end up giving 2 bhaus to, that they end up making a whole bhasad about it. Okay, oh my God, how dare you? How dare you? When they are commenting on people's weights, shakals, existences, and that's okay. But just because I said that your brother was not well-dressed in your wedding, that's the end of the world, babe. That's truly, you could see it on his face that he was not able to keep it together.
Yeah, who?
Would you be this bothered at your wedding?
Who?
This Fukra insan.
I'm sure that a lot of people have also reached out to you with, cute messages.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Shalini Pasi just sent to me a whole prasad thing because I was on Traitors. Before that, Aditi Rao Hayadri just followed me because I did a video on her from Cannes. Then all of your designers follow me. All of these celebrities that actually try to do something in fashion and are not sensitive like the Nepos follow me. So it's like the people who get it. The people who don't, it's okay. It's not like wo mere ko kuch de dene wale. Like, I've realized truly that Bollywood is a misconception. It doesn't exist. Bollywood is the 30 people who keep calling themselves Bollywood. Otherwise, the Hindi film industry exists. And if you want to make it in Bollywood, you're never going to be able to because it is a blood-knit circle. There associated by blood, and they hate each other, they bitch about each other only, they want to constantly undercut each other, but at the end of the day they want the room to only be filled with themselves. And that's the whole tea. Like you can't become friends with a Kapoor or a Bhatt or a Khan. You can't do that as a nobody. They will only befriend the people that they've grown up with. And that's just how life is. So I've given up on trying to be PC and trying to be nice to everybody and befriend everybody. I'm like, I am doing this.
You did try?
Yeah, I did try in the middle. As of last year, I think you can very easily tell how my mental health is based on the video from that date last year. Like all of 2024, if you want 10th October 2024, what was Sufi's mental health like? You should go and watch that day's video, and from my shakal, you'll be able to tell. So, I tried a lot of different things last year to fit in. There was a time where I used to praise a lot of the Nepo babies because, it was expected of me, because a lot of people were putting pressure on me to do that. Okay, if you're not nice to the Nepos, then we will cancel you. We will make sure you have no
that's
work.
That's exactly what I wanted to know.
We will make sure that nobody invites you to these events. We will make sure that you will be blacklisted from everywhere. And that did happen. Once I started taking a stand for myself and speaking honestly, all these Nepos unfollowed me. But they still respond to my messages because, baby, influence. Our word, like my community, in my opinion, has impact in the industry. So that's why they're all still watching. And now I've reached a rationalization where I'm like, I don't need to bend for any of these people. If anything, then God will be kind and they will bend for me. And I'm chilling.
And you've gotten in now. Traitors. Tell me.
Traitors, my acting
Traitors
show
tea.
coming out this year. I'm also an actor now.
Ooh, okay. We're going to unpack things slowly,
Yes.
okay? First, tell me. Give me some tea on Traitors. How's it been? How was your journey? Who's the winner? JK,
Guts. But yeah, I mean, Traitors, honestly, for me was a very, very fun experience, truly. Because you have to understand where I come from. When I used to live in Delhi, my family used to send me 3,000 rupees per month. Just
Really?
3,000.
When you had shifted here after your college from...
When I had shifted to Delhi for my college.
Okay.
So, and I used to pay my own fees through scholarship. I was raising myself. And so then when you reach a show like this where there's a flight getting booked for you, and then you're staying at the Taj for 2 days.
You're getting
and
money
then you're in
to-
Suryagarh for 10 days,
Yeah.
and then you're getting paid every day. Honestly, it was just like a very rewarding experience for me that, I am just existing, breathing, doing nothing, and I'm getting paid for that. And I'm proud of myself that I was able to build myself to a level where I can do that. I come from nowhere. Like rationally, realistically, when I shifted to Delhi, I had 5,000 rupees in savings. And my family used to send me 3K per month. That used to be my financial level, And from that to now, I have
Wait,
a crore
you're a-
rupees in my bank account.
You're a 2000 kid.
2003 born.
Yeah, so how did you survive in 3,000 bucks for a month?
Babe, I only know that. Like, I lived like that for 9 months. And it was like a living hell only living those 9 months because, you used to especially you have to add the nuance of I was in fashion college. Do you know the amount of stationery, materials,
Of course.
shit that's required to make through fashion
It's
college?
expensive, yeah.
Like, I remember I used to sit and cry to my parents, can you please send me 1,000 rupees? I need stationery. And they would not send.
Why? Can
And
I ask you?
No,
about
it was,
this?
and at that point, I used to believe that, my parents hate me or everything. But honestly, my family was just not that, my family was not doing financially well at that point of time. We were just not slaying like that. In my head, I was like, wow.
This guy.
In my head, I was like, wow, my family is so super rich or anything. But actually, we were just making ends meet, living check to check. My dad actually could not afford paying for my college education. And that's why I had to do it on my own. But I honestly feel like the beauty of it all is that the situation arose in a way where it felt like, it honestly used to feel like my family has cut me off. So I need to prove to myself that I can do it.
Because you were queer or
Yeah,
no?
because I had just been outed by my therapist and all of that.
One second.
Yeah, there's a lot,
Replay.
babe. There's a lot of trauma in my brain as well.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah.
Let's unfold the brain.
Yes.
You were
Okay,
outed
let's
by
go
your
all the way back to
therapist?
16.
Okay.
When I was in Mangalore.
Yeah.
When I was in Mangalore, I was in love with this boy. Like, I never had friends, like I told you, right? In
Yeah.
school and everything. But there was this one boy that I fell in love with. Obviously, messy boots. When I was 13
Red
years
flag?
old. Full power. He was straight. Red flag, core, peak, max.
Damn.
He was straight AF, and I was in love with him from the age of 12 to
You
the
were
age of
delulu
17.
from the beginning, no?
But I think my delusion only has gotten me here. Seriously.
Yeah.
So I was in love with him, and then he was obviously horrible AF. He was disgusting. He was pathetic. And I know he's watching. But
Sweet revenge.
he was very horrible towards me. So that's why I had shifted to Mangalore, because I was like, I can't deal with Surat anymore. I went there and I immediately fell in love with another straight person.
And to think he would learn from his mistakes.
No, never. So full, like, my mental health had reached its gutter line. So and I also was like, in that time only I was trying to figure out my sexuality also, because I didn't know that
Oh, you
these
didn't know you
feelings
were
that I
bi,
have
straight.
towards these people is like, I'm romantically in love with these people, and that's why it's affecting me that they're not talking to me. All of these things I had not gauged yet. I was still a child. So then my family put me in therapy, and I was in therapy, and everything was cute, okay, whatever.
They put you in therapy knowing that
No.
they were just
They
sad.
were just like, "Ke, isko kya ho
Kya
raha
ho
hai?
gaya?"
Why is he so angry these days? Why is he so crazy these days?" So based off of that, they put me in therapy. Then after 4 sessions of therapy, I was like, I need to trust this woman, or else nothing is going to actually happen. Because step 1 of therapy is awareness. If you are not aware that there's an issue, then you're not going to be able to heal.
Yeah.
So I was like, bestie, I'm gay.
Okay.
Okay, I told her. And then she sent me out of the room. She called my grandfather in the room, and she told my grandfather.
Grandfather, that too.
Literally.
Oh no. What happened then?
I mean, the result of that was like a long journey of, everybody taking their time to come to terms with it, everybody having very, unnecessary cliche reactions towards queerness. And it was just all a bunch of bohum bogus nonsense that could have been avoided. But it's like, you have to give people the chance to come to terms with it on their own time. If it took me 16 years, then it can take them 10 years as well. It's okay. So I was always okay with that, but we were not on the best of terms. And then I shifted to Delhi. I went to Surat back, and then my family also was, my own family, my mom, dad, they were very like, उखड़े हुए नहीं होते, मतलब आप थोड़ा
Spark चली जाती
disappointed.
है. No.
कि मतलब like आपने अपने बच्चे से इतनी आशाएं और उम्मीदें जोड़ के रखी हैं, और वो, and like in their heads it was like the person that they were in love with for the last 16 years didn't exist. That's what it.
How did that make you feel?
Horrible. And that's why I think, like, my whole life, like, I've not, I didn't think I was going to say this, but like, because of all of these things, I've never been able to love myself. I've always wanted like hundreds of people to tell me that they love me, for me to even feel an inkling or a semblance of calmness. Like, I always think of myself in the worst possible light, that for me, the idea of love has always been very important. And I think all of that has been shaped through these years, And that's why as of this year and as of the last few months, I've really actively been trying to love myself. And loving yourself is not ke मैं तो perfect हूँ, मैं तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकती. It's a daily struggle of growing. It's the daily struggle of realizing where you come from in life, why are you the way you are, why are you reacting the way you are, and still accepting yourself for who you are as a person.
What are the things that you're doing actively to do this?
Firstly, the biggest thing that I've been working on is to understand the difference between alone and lonely. Most of the people from my generation, and even the generation before me or ahead of me, we have this severe misconception that you almost always need people around you. Family honi chahiye, dost hone chahiye, kaam kaaj mein sab aapko janne chahiye. I truly believe that in 2025, that is the leading cause of all these interpersonal relationships, that people have too many interpersonal relationships with too many people who don't gel well with each other. So my biggest thing is that I'm not lonely. I am actively alone because I enjoy my company. I enjoy sitting and making flower arrangements in my house, or writing stupid things in my journals, or watching TV, or just cleaning, or just cooking chai, or just like, basically just like take a beat. Life is not all about just constantly being on like, what's next? अब Traitors आ गया तो अब अपना acting show तो अब film तो अब इसका promote और अब ये तो कहाँ आंसर भी तो मतलब if you're not able to enjoy those things, they're meaningless. My biggest sadness in life was that I did a reality show, I did an acting show. My career is, like, Alhamdulillah, at the age of 21, I am rivaling all the Nepo babies with the amount of releases that they have. They have the same level of releases that I have. They have 2-3 releases. I have 2-3 releases. I have nothing to be upset about. I have nothing to be depressed about. I have nothing to be crying about. But I was still upset. I was still like, all of last year I was constantly living either in the past के ये सब क्यों हुआ मेरे साथ ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए, or in the future के क्या
ये सब
करूँगा.
मतलब like just
like
life.
like I didn't want to be outed at the age of 16. I didn't want to be sexually assaulted when I was 10. So all of these things, like, like
you can't just drop these bombs.
but I've talked about this in another thing, But like, I'm just like, a lot of my life till the age of 18, it's just...
What happened? Can you please tell me? I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah.
Our audiences may not know. So
Yeah.
we want to be kind towards.
I mean, so I have actually faced sexual assault 3 times in my life.
Okay.
Once when I was 12, once when I was like 15, 16, and then once when I was 18, 19. And all 3 times it was very different, very like jarring and confusing in a different way each time. And what I've realized is that there's 2 kinds of people in the world. One who are pure, good, honest, real. They want to do good things in life. They want to be good to people. And the other type of people are animals.
Yeah.
They're strictly, genuinely just animals.
Yeah.
Like, I have, for the love of me, tried to understand why that would have happened to me.
Yeah.
And if I deserve that, or did I need to go through that, or anything, like that. But like, I realized that the beauty of it all is that I don't understand that person's behavior. And I will never understand why they did that to me.
Exactly.
And that is true power. That I as a human have not let that moment in time corrupt me and the way I look at the world.
Exactly.
I still believe in love. I still want love. And I still want to give love. That's it, And that's why, like, last year I wasted away my time in the past and the future. And so this year, I actively want to live in the now.
Mm-hmm.
In the present. Like, I want to sit and have a sip of water and enjoy how refreshing water is,
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because that's the point of life. There is no other point of this. मतलब 100 साल पहले ये सारे caveman लोग बैठ के पता नहीं shrooms कर रहे थे अजीब अजीब, और ये लोग मर जा रहे थे और कुछ नहीं हो रहा था. It was all chill. I truly believe sometimes that religion, politics, all of these things are man-made to control and to assert dominance over the majority of the public.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you look at it, all the religions at the crux of it ask you the same thing. To be a nice human being, to be good at heart, to treat people with kindness. But the way the men of the world and the pariahs of the world, they've, twisted it into like anti-feminism, anti-LGBTQ, anti-this, anti-that. We don't support this, we don't support that. And not just that, amongst the religions as well. Yeah. Amongst Islam, how many sections of Islam exist? Among Christianity, how many sections of Christianity exist?
It's that's what it is.
So
right?
At the end of it, the true religion is humanity.
Absolutely. It's the ingenuity of a man where they create problems for themselves in order to solve some particular problem, like how religion was made to solve a particular problem of community, but it just went on and created more and more issues.
Rivals and more issues, yeah.
Exactly what's happening.
And it's always been about one man wanting to feel better about himself than the other. That has created issues. If we all start looking at each other as equals and we treat each other the way we... Like, it's such a cliche. I actually love cliches because cliches are all true. There's nothing that is a cliche that's false or that's a lie. And which is why, how people say that treat people the way you want to be treated. That's a very, very true thing. Because how it's not even about the good things or me complimenting you or me saying nice things to you. It's about how if I'm on the road and if I am passing by someone and I acknowledge their presence and I smile at them and I say something nice to them or I compliment their outfit, that will find a response back in my life somewhere.
You compliment people's outfits
Fully.
also.
Yes. Gagged. That was insane level shade. Love it. Oh my God. Gagged.
Have people come to you on the road or like an event or
Celebrities come up to me at every event.
And
they start posing without a joke. They will literally like...
Rate me.
And how do I look? How much out of 10? And I always say, wait for the video. Because I think it's rude to judge someone on their face, especially when they're in that outfit.
So you'll hide behind like a digital
It's
screen
not
and do
hiding,
it.
babe. It's about timing. It's about आप सोचो अगर अभी आप यहाँ हो, ठीक है? And right now you ask me, what do you think about my outfit? And I say, you look disgusting. You look like babe, you're the only person in this frame. Stop it. So even if I'm the most insignificant person in your life, if I say that to you, you will think about that the whole night.
Yeah.
Whereas if I talk about it tomorrow when you're out of the outfit and now it's just like a commentary about last night, then the chances of you finding it funny are 50% more.
Oh, so you think about all of these things.
Yeah, I am
That's
very
nice.
sensitive about people, and you know that I don't actually want people to look at my videos and be upset. Okay, hi, why is he saying about this? I'm not bullying people. I'm actually just doing fashion commentary, bhai. Okay, a BBC or a Prime is looking at me and thinking that, oh, this guy has some, zest and masala in him. So let's put him on a reality show or let's give him an acting gig or something like that.
Karan would have been happy, no? You were on the show because
Yes.
he's followed you from a while.
From a while, and he's like truly like has always been like a mentor to me. Like even on my stupidest of struggles, I've messaged him on Insta or WhatsApp and been like, Karan, I'm crying. Karan, why is this person saying this to me? Karan, please help me get out of this. And like Karan sir has always helped me. And he's always even like called me within 10 minutes or messaged me within 2 minutes with a good, like he's seen so much. He's seen it all. He's heard everything that can be said about a person. So he truly is all knowing in the sense of Bollywood. He will give you the best advice like it's nothing. Like it's easy. And that's why I just admire him so much. And even on the show, even on Traitors, like Karan was not allowed to interact with us 1%. Like he was forbidden to say a sentence to us.
Apart from like the interviews
the lines he's saying. No, even in the interviews, I don't know if you all can notice, but on the other side, he has an in-ear. He's
So
being
he's
fed
fed.
his line. Because the Traitors IP is such that the host cannot have any emotions being displayed.
Yeah.
The host cannot, because even if Karan says something, oh, but Anshula, you could never be the murderer. Even as a joke, it stirs the whole plot line of the show.
Yeah.
Everybody will suddenly be like, oh, what if Karan said it because Anshula is the traitor and we are getting close to Anshula. Like, a single line by him can change the thought process. I have Alzheimer's peak, literally.
Explain.
So, like, I'll give you an example. I'm on Traitors, right? And
Are you?
I just think that, it's very easy to hate on me. And I think it's very cool also to hate on me because when an Apurva or an Urfi or where a female talent goes and does something individualistic or unapologetic or unabashed, it's iconic. All the females love it. They're like, you go girl, you did that, you read her. When a straight hetero man is like, main maar dunga, main kar dunga, everybody loves it. They're like, all the straight men are like, this. But as a person from the queer community, when you do something like this, the queer community does not support you because what do gay people hate the most? Gay people. They will support the females only. The male audience will support that hetero male only. And so then the audience, then what's left is the hate. And where do they direct it? To me. Because I'm the youngest with the least backing. And I'm not going to pay 10 crores to media to run 1,000 articles about me. So it's very easy to attack me and to, say about me. But it's okay. It keeps me relevant. It keeps my bill paid. I want to buy like a sweet little 3 BHK.
Sweet
Khar.
Lil in Mumbai.
Yes.
In Khar on
or
top
Juhu.
of that. Or Juhu.
Yes.
Just the
But that's a dream house, na?
It is.
Dream house, अब मैं बोरीवली में तो dream house नहीं रखूंगी अपना.
Yeah, it is.
डोंबिवली में या चेंबूर में. Imagine if I said my dream house is in Chembur. Would people find that aspirational?
See, this is why people hate you. The whole of Chembur is coming at you right now. You just...
But I think even people from Chembur's dream house is not in Chembur. Is your dream house in Chembur, girl?
No. See, I'm from Bangalore, so I wouldn't know.
I'm from Mangalore.
Hey, South side.
Yes, we're way better than everybody. I love doing this.
Don't take my word.
But can I tell you why? What I just said. We're way better than everybody. Did I put anybody down? Did I say that
Yes.
they're... No, I just said that I am better than you. The people who take offense are the people who think that they are lower than us. Because let's say if you think you're on the same level as me, and if I say I'm better than you, would you start fighting with me?
But you are talking about this ex people, no, who you are better than.
I didn't name them. I didn't name them. I didn't hint at them. I didn't point them out. So if you think, like, my thing is that I just talk like this about to myself to help me feel better. I'm better than everybody. I'm the it girl. I'm the queen. I'm an icon. But it's all self-affirming. I'm never putting anybody down. I'm not saying you're shit, you're disgusting, you're poor, you're ugly. So if you feel that way when you hear someone say that I'm successful, I'm iconic, that's a reflection of your insecurity. That your brain is making you feel that way over someone's, confidence. That अगर मैं अपने आप को hype कर रहा हूँ, उससे आपको ये नहीं feel होना चाहिए कि, oh, why does he think he's better than me? You should honestly feel like, that girl, I'm also that girl. That's what you should feel. That's how people all grow. If we constantly try to pit ourselves against another person, then we're never going to grow.
But in this field, have you ever faced any people who are of the same opinion as you? Because people otherwise are quite the latter. People always pit people against each other.
No, in this industry, and that is all I found what it is, is that the creator industry is actually the most toxic industry.
Exactly.
Because let me tell you why. Because what we receive in financials and careers and places and trips and all of that, we have to pay for in mental and physical toll.
Yeah, 24/7 working.
And most of the people that join this industry, they start from a place of rejection. Okay, I was rejected by my family, so I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
I was rejected by my friends, so I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
But what they mistake in is that they shift their grounds of validation. Instead of, so unka ground of validation is on their parents or their friends or something from where they've been rejected and they've started this journey. But instead of bringing that basis of validation from within, they then give it to the audience, which I also did. I used to think of myself based on what the audience was thinking about me that day, which is supremely fucked up and wrong. That's not how you should be thinking about yourself.
How did you learn this? Like, what kind of talks did you have with yourself?
I just realized that it didn't matter. I just realized that when I'm in the four walls of my house and when I keep my phone down, what this random person has commented about me should not affect me.
And does it affect your work, the work that you get?
Honestly, no. As long as you're talked about, brands will keep giving you money.
Exactly.
The brands don't care if you're liked or disliked. The brands care if you're getting likes or views.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, you shouldn't really put your basis of, like, I'll tell you what it is. Like you just said, the one line that actually changed it for me was, will they like me? No. Here I am. Watch. Because here I am, watch. And of course you're watching. And 200 million viewers watched me last month. 185 million viewers have watched me so far this month. So it's like, baby, it's really all about the self. How I project myself. Because these creators also, what they do is when they base their validation off of the social media, they truly pick whatever social media is telling them. If in their comment section they keep comparing them to one person, then they'll be like, I hate this person. Why is this person copying me? Shit, yeah, this person is taking away my business. Why are they working with this brand and why am I not working with this brand? When in reality, that's not even happening.
I think there are millions of brands working with millions of people at the same time.
And मतलब लोग हमारी रील 10 सेकंड से ज़्यादा याद भी नहीं रखते हैं
Yeah.
कि मैंने क्या बोला है. लोग हेट कमेंट करने के बाद अपना हेट कमेंट भी नहीं याद रखते हैं.
Yeah.
इतनी बकवास मेमोरी है हम सबकी. तो इतना सीरियस तो हम कुछ भी नहीं ले सकते. We have to take things with a grain of salt and just keep it moving. Genuinely.
And with a pinch of salt and keeping it moving. Now you have to be like
Sassy.
what you are. Okay, give me your internet personality.
Sufi Motiwala, go to sleep. Sufi Motiwala, wake up.
A TV actor's outfits that you absolutely cannot stand.
There's this one random woman that I've been seeing on my pap pages recently, and I don't know her name because I frankly never bothered reading her name. No. I am going to describe her in fully, so that people can tag her and so that she hears this, that she's there's this woman who is wearing jeans and then there's cuts on her, who's wearing these dresses that have, फैब्रिक सूंघा दिया गया है उस ड्रेस को, उसमें ड्रेस है ही नहीं, उसमें बस खाली ऐसी 4 डोरियां लगी हुई हैं. एंड द पैप्स आर सिटिंग एंड कवरिंग दिस वुमन. बोथ, आई थिंक द पैप्स एंड दिस वुमन आर एक्सट्रीमली स्टूपिड. This is not entertainment, this is not fashion, this is not cute, this is not sophisticated, this is not tasteful, this is just trash. Stop it. Whoever this woman is, I don't know your name, but I'm hoping that someone will tag you. And I know it'll be the first tagged comment.
A trendsetter who is killing it in the game of fashion, TV actor.
TV actor Hina Khan, let's get into it. Firstly, hats off to that woman. That woman is so powerful. Like, you know, like it's just all about like who you are and what you stand for, right? Like how these other women I'm just getting pissed for. When in reality, Hina also, she does not have the best fashion. But the kind of things that she stands for, the kind of thing that she promotes, like, you know, where is she dressing up and going? She's going to talk about cancer awareness. She's going to talk about how even though she's, you know, struggling through an illness, she's not hiding away from the media. That's what she stands for. So that's what makes me feel proud of engaging and interacting with someone like that. It makes me feel entertained. It makes me feel empowered, you know. That's what I stand for. Because a fashion is what? You're born naked. The rest is drag. The outfit you put on is the personality and the extension of what you're showing that day. And it speaks a lot about you.
Okay, on that note, a Nepo kid, same thing. Trash or pick?
Okay. A Nepo kid that has...
Just fashion, now. We're only discussing
fashion. I think a Nepo kid that needs to work on their fashion is Suhana Khan. I think I've not seen really gag-worthy looks from her. I think like she picks good designers, but she picks very basic pieces from them. She doesn't give us experiment. Yeah, very safe. And best dressed Nepo baby for me will always be Janhvi Kapoor. Hashtag biased, hashtag sellout, hashtag jo karna hai kar lo.
Yup, you know all.
Yeah. I'm like, bhai, ab mujhe pasand hai. Like now, if I love that woman, if I love her, then because these people don't want me to love her, now I should say I hate her.
No, but her Miu Miu was crazy though.
Yeah,
revolutionary.
Like Miu Miu is the #1 brand in the world right now.
Exactly.
So, of all the 5 Bollywood girlies with contracts, Janhvi now has the strongest contract. I mean, it's not been announced yet. Let's hope.
Your own outfits? Trash or pick?
My trash... You know, for me, every outfit that I wear is trash and iconic at the same time. Because in the moment, it feels iconic, इसलिए मैंने पहना है.
फिर 2 घंटे के बाद
जब देखते हैं कि ये क्या पहना था भाई. And I think that's the beauty of life, यार. कि मतलब अगर आप एक हफ्ते पुरानी बात सोच के cringe नहीं कर रहे हो, तो then you're not growing as a person. You know? And I love that about myself. I'll be like, I'm wearing this right now. I think I look very cute. Now when I watch this interview, I'll be like, कि मैंने सब interview में same कपड़े क्यों पहने थे? You know? So it's like, you live and you learn. So I think all of my looks are trash and all of my looks are iconic. You didn't ask me who's the trashiest dressed men.
पहले trashiest dressed men करते हैं, yes.
I think all the Khans. The 3 Khans.
Oh my God.
I think they need to put a lot more effort into their fashion and that's on period. My PR person has just gotten a heart attack. She's woken up like this.
No, but
those are the facts.
Bro, they are iconic. They should be able to bring that in their fashion.
आमिर खान आपसे तो हो ही नहीं पा रहा है. आप कुछ करो प्लीज. आप एक स्टाइलिस्ट रखो, कुछ करो.
But एक मिनट, आपको शाहरुख खान का लुक पसंद आया था?
मेट वाला? No. I think I famously said no.
Because, yeah. I mean,
everybody knows I didn't like that look.
Being King Khan could have been much better.
Yeah, I'm saying this because I am saying this with my whole chest. Yeah. I think the Khans and all the male actors need to do way more. You know, like in the industry, female celebrities and female talents have to reinvent themselves and their look and the way they are after every release. Whereas Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan and Amir Khan have been looking like the same since they were 20.
What would Sufi say to these sentences from other people? Sufi, you keep talking about outfits, but your outfits are...
Is Navjot Singh Sindhu the best cricket commentator? Are football commentators equally as talented as Cristiano Ronaldo? That's my response.
Sufi, where do you learn your fashion from? You keep commenting on Schiaparelli, Valentino, Gucci, all these things.
Books, Vogue Runway, and a sense of self and the things I like in fashion. Which
Sufi?
is Schiaparelli.
Sufi, have the Ambanis bought you?
I wish, yeah. I wish I was getting paid the amount that the internet keeps saying. I saw a reel where someone has said he has paid claps in the audience. What? A, I didn't know that existed. B, if I wanted claps in my video, wouldn't I just add that like in the post? कि तालियों की आवाज डाल दी मैंने. The fact that people just think that anything and everything I do is paid is just iconic to me. It has actually helped me business wise because the audience keeps theorizing that oh the Kapoors are paying me, oh Deepika is paying me to say bad shit about Alia, oh Alia is paying me now to say good stuff about her, oh this one is now paying me. All the brands think that they are actually paying me so that I get paid way more. I love it. Thank you for keep doing that. Keep doing that, please.
But if you do go against things that you don't necessarily like outfits, and if you don't like an Ambani outfit, would you say that you don't like it?
No, so what I do in that case is I just don't talk about it. Like people are literally Delulu Express. Ki matlab, I am to like Lady Gaga, where I have all the power, I have all the public support, I have all the internet support, and मैं जो चाहूँ मैं कर सकती हूँ और मुझे तो कोई कुछ नहीं करेगा. Hello. I also want to live here in this country. I want to be amicable with the people I work with. I want to have relationships with the people I work with. I want to have a long-lasting career. I don't want that at the age of 19 in a green screen and black t-shirt, what I was doing. That's only what I'm doing till death. I want to grow also, na. I want to do bigger things in life. What are these like random things? And also, my bigger thing is, do you think the Ambanis will pay me, a person with 3 lakh followers? Their wedding is being featured in Vogue magazine, period. जिनके मतलब जो दुनिया की helm है fashion journalism पे.
Yeah.
Why would they sit and pay me? Like थोड़ा realistic हो सकते हैं हम मतलब like this Delulu bandwagon needs to really stop. And to all these celebrities, please start paying me.
And it's settled there. We're going to leave you with that thought.
Yeah.
That was
The most iconic interview I've ever given. Like dead ass.
Thank
Lots
you,
of
Sufi. I
emotion.
love it. Thank you so much.
No, because you're the first person who's actually been able to volley shade back. Thank you.